Alright guys, what up? We are back with another Survivor video here on Sports and Survivor, and today we will be talking about the old Final Four vote versus the current Final Four fire making challenge. How I think they should really, do it in the future, the pros and cons about both, and let's get into it. We have had a traditional vote out. You guys know what that is. And that happens all the way in the Final Four, as I was saying. Although if it was a tie where two people voted for someone and the other two people voted for a different person, then we had the fire challenge. The fire making challenge was, implemented a decent amount of times. There would be parts where we wouldn't see a fire making challenge for a lot of seasons in a row, and then we'd see it, 2 times in the next 3 years, something like that. But then it all changed when Survivor's golden boy of the season, Ben, was up against the ropes, lost final challenge, and then Chrissy got an advantage, definitely not an advantage, and she had to decide who she wanted to plot against each other to make fire, or to go against each other to make fire. So she put Ben against Devin, and Ben obviously won that and went on to win the season. Ever since then, that's how the final challenges went, leading up to the vote, and that's how they've determined their final 3. Now, there's been a lot of talk saying this shouldn't be part of the game. Why is the final 4 free pass? It should be a regular vote out, just like when there's 20 people left and when there's 5 people left, which I totally get. Survivor fans also need to understand the game is evolving every year, and we just got to get used to it, just like we got used to the rest of the stuff. Like, Survivor started off with locations being the big thing, but now locations, it's in Fiji every year. The main plot of each season is different ideas. We have Island of the Idols, Edge of Extinction, Game Changers, Millennials vs. Gen X, all that stuff. It's not about location anymore, it's about different game ideas. Same thing with idols. Survivor didn't start with idols. It started with literally, you have to have power, and if you don't, if you're at the bottom, you lose, and you get voted out or you don't win, right? But then idols, were implemented, and now we're used to them. So I totally get both sides of the spectrum. It might just be another twist in the game that we got to get used to because it's part of it now, but it also might be, not fair. Now, something positive from a regular Final Four Tribal Council is it's simple, it's classic, it's what a hardcore old school Survivor fan would want, and that is a regular vote out. Yeah, sometimes the player of the season might get voted out, but that's just how the game is. You gotta win immunity, and if you don't, you gotta talk your way into it. You saw Tony, he lost final immunity. He talked his way into Wu making one of the stupidest decisions in Survivor history. So yeah, it's not over till it's over, and it's just a regular vote out, just like anything else. It's still very intense. And now a con for that is, like I said, a lot of the times, a really great player gets voted out, and it's just a sour ending. But that's how the game goes. Nothing too bad about it. So now let's go on to the fire making challenge. So a pro about the fire making challenge is it makes for really great TV.
The tribe has spoken. Time to go.
It was a pleasure. Tony, I love you.
AKA Survivor 40, Tony versus Sarah. One of the most emotional 5 minutes in Survivor history. It was really, great TV to see. It was such a close fire making challenge as well. Sarah looked like she was going to win, and then boom, Tony out of nowhere. He ended up winning, obviously, and yeah, it just makes for good TV. And, the player of the season always gets that chance to stay in and win fire or win immunity, whatever the case is. And there's another layer on top of that, which is the whole Chris Underwood, Dominic, Natalie scenario, where if they, the whole game revolved around them giving up their immunity necklace to beat someone else in fire. Chris did it, and that won him the game. Some people say Dom should have given up his immunity necklace and faced Wendell. A lot of people say Natalie should have done what Chris did and faced Tony. So it's another layer, and at the same time that's kind of a con, because it's like the person winning immunity should not be, punished for winning and not taking another chance. Winning immunity always keeps you safe. So I don't know, it's a good thing and a bad thing. But it's a toss up. It's very tough to say. Overall, I like both. And I think my strongest point is you just got to evolve as fans and as a show. The show is evolving all the time. And this is just another new twist that's going to stay. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But if it does, it does. And you just got to get used to it. Just like idols, just like twist in the game, advantages, coming back in the game. Imagine watching Season 1 Borneo and then watching Season 40. You would have said, what is going on? And, there was transitions in the game which led to that. So this is another transition that we got to get used to, I think. It makes for great TV. The star player of the season still has a chance. So personally, I would just stick with the fire making challenge. So that's my take on that. If you guys, you guys can watch my video prior to this about Final Tribal and the old versus the new Final Tribal, and my take on that. And if you guys did watch that, you know that I enjoy both, but I'm just in with the new. Gotta evolve, gotta work with what you got. And yeah, that's really it, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. This is another Survivor video that I've made. Some more will be coming, but I will be doing a NHL series very soon here, where I will be previewing all the series, the playoff series or the qualifying series, whatever you want to call it, and then doing a prediction video. You can expect NBA predictions a little bit later. You can expect NFL predictions and an NFL video pretty soon here. And of course, another Premier League video and UFC, Whitaker vs. Till this weekend. So good videos to come. Hope you guys like it, and peace.